So here's another simultaneous equation question, and well, we have to be a little bit careful with this one because it doesn't look quite like the questions that we did in the other examples. Remember, a simultaneous equation question has to look in a particular way. It has to look something x, something y equals some number, and then something x, something y equals some number. This one doesn't look like that, so our first move is to make it look like that. So x plus 2y equals, and what I can do, the minus 18 can move to the other side. There's just a 0 there, so 0 plus 18 is 18. And then the same thing on the bottom equation, 3x minus 4y equals positive 4. So my first move is to write it to look like simultaneous equation questions have to look. Something x, something y, some number, something x, something y equals some number. Then we follow exactly the same method. Remember, the same every time. Multiply the top equation by the x number of the bottom equation and multiply the bottom equation by the x number of the top equation, which in this case, because it's just x there, is just going to be multiplied by 1. So multiplying along the top, so 3x plus 6y equals then 18 times 3. 18 times 3 is 54. So 18 times 3 would be 54. And multiply by 1, nothing changes there, does it? 3x minus 4y equals 4. Then we subtract, which is the place where we have to be extremely careful. 3x minus 3x, that's 0, so the x's will be out of this for the moment. 6y minus negative 4y, so 6y minus 4y, 6y plus 4y, 10y. 54 minus 4, 50. So 10 times y equals 50. Well, it's quite reassuring then that we get a nice number there, so y equals 5. So yeah, at this stage it is the same as every question about simultaneous equations that we've done so far. We just had to make a slight adjustment at the beginning to make it look like the equations that we have done so far. Now remember how to do this. Now that I know that y equals 5, I can just put y equals 5 into one of my equations. Probably the top equation is the more simple. So x plus 2y equals 18. I already know that y equals 5. So x plus 2 times y, everywhere I see y, I'm going to put 5 instead. X plus 2 times y, 2 times 5, which is 10, equals 18. So x equals 18. The plus 10 to the other side becomes a minus 10. X is 18 minus 10, so x is going to be 8. If you want to check your answer, you can check in the other equation that we haven't used. 3x minus 4y equals 4. 3 times 8 gives me 24. Minus 4 times 5, which is 20, gives me 4. So I'm quite happy that I have got the correct answer just there. So the thing to watch out for in that question was that they were trying to confuse us a little bit because the simultaneous equations they gave us did not look like the style of question we were familiar with, but all we have to do is just a little bit of work at the beginning to make them look like the kind of questions that we are familiar with. Has to be a certain layout, something x, something y equals some number, something x, something y equals some number. If that video was useful to you, then please do like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I will return in the next video.